Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the new The Paper and Plan Co. YouTube channel. We are super excited to start loading all the goodies. Like as we get them, you guys will get sneak peeks of stuff. You'll get little tutorials we're going to do. And today is going to be the very first one for the inaugural video. Had to make sure I said that right. I always kind of mess that word up. So we're going to show you the new planner here. This is the matte black planner that we have. If you haven't been on the website, it's thepaperandplanco.com. We have an agate, which is the black, gray, and white cover, and then also a succulent cover. There's 3 cover options. Now this is for the full year of 2021. It starts January 1 and it ends December 31st. So let's take a look. So this matte planner, it's the matte black with the gloss black year and the company name here. So when you open it up, you have the Paper and Plan Co. logo here. You can put your name, email, phone number. This is something I always tell people to do. If you use your planner like a Bible, which is what I do, I always put a reward if found, and then with your phone number, email, they can reach out to you. That way if someone does find it, they have a way to get it back to you. And then if you guys have heard me share in the past of any sort of my planning techniques, I love a technique called Priorities, Needs, and Wants. And it has that fully outlined here on how to do it. So it's like a worksheet that you do every day or every week. I prefer every week. And this is our Priority Needs and Wants pad. It's a 5x7. There's 60 sheets on this. It's a heavy 70-pound paper, so your pens aren't gonna bleed through or anything. And the way that I work this is I go through every single week on Sunday night and I write down all of my priorities for the week. I write down all of my needs for the week and all the wants for the week. Now, if you're thinking, well, what are all of these things, priority, needs, and wants? Like, how do I classify these? Priorities are things that have to get done. You don't have to put down you have to go to work 9 to 5 because that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Or that you have to pick your kids up from daycare because obviously you don't want to forget to do that. You don't have to put down your daily things like that. But what else is a priority that's going to move you forward in your goals? Is it sending a certain email? Is it making phone calls? Is it meeting with your staff? Is it, having some sort of a lunch meeting with someone? What are your priorities? It could be just to make sure that you go get your dry cleaning before they put it for sale because it's been in there for 30 days or longer. So put that down as your priorities. Next are going to be your needs. What do you need to get done that week? This could be errands for you personally. You could do this for business. You can choose to use this list however you like. I intermingle business with my personal life with this, and you can have one for just business. You can have one for just personal, however you would like to use it. And then the wants. What do you want to get done? So it could be where, girls, if your feet are looking a little funky after summer and you need to get a pedicure, you want to get that done, but you know what? You may not be able to get it done this week. So that would just go on your wants list and then it would transfer over to the next week if you didn't get a chance to get it done. Once I get all these things filled out on my Sunday nights, I go through the week and I put in all of my priorities for the week. What do I have to get done? It might be a podcast, it'll be meetings, it'll be ordering products, it will be, whatever it is. I just make sure that's on my priority list. I put it in my planner, boom, it's done. Next, I go through and I address the needs section. So with the needs section, I go through my planner that I've already got all my priorities set in, and then I will plug in needs where I have time. So if I have 3 hours available on a Tuesday, I can go through and plug some of my needs in that I need to get done. And I just find those time spaces and fill in my needs. Now, if you have any time left in the week that you can plug in some of your wants, that's when you address those. Your wants are kind of like the back burner of your life of things that need to get done, but are not necessarily like pressing or aren't going to necessarily move you forward to your goals. It's just truly things you want to do. So if you don't have any time in the week for your wants, that's where you would just transfer this over into the following week until you are able to accomplish these things. Now, some weeks I'm able to get priorities, needs, and wants done. Some weeks it's just priorities and needs, and some weeks it's just priorities. So you have to make sure that you have a little bit of flexibility. And I don't really like the word balance, but it's kind of like a bend and a bleed with this. So that's how I use the priority, needs, and wants. And again, it's all outlined in the second page of the planner. I have a little welcome here, which is like a love letter to you saying thanks for getting the planner. Every month you have a full outline of the month ahead. So you have January here, you have all the national holidays marked, you have the previous month, and then the month that's coming up. And that's for every single month. And then here's our daily breakout. This is a daily planner. Now I like the daily over the weekly because you can take just one look at your day. This is the macro level of what's going on in your life. So each day you have the day of the week, what day it is. You have a time block from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. You have your fitness here, so you have your water tracking. So there's 8 little hydration drops. Those can be either for 8 ounces or 16 ounces. If you use them as 8 ounces, that would be the equivalency of a half a gallon of water a day. If you use them as 16 ounces, that's the equivalency of 1 gallon a day. So you can use those hydration drops however you prefer. You have your weights. If you wanted to lift weights that day and you want to log it, the way I use it is I mark down what body part I'm training that day. So for weights, I'll say I'm doing upper body or lower body and abs or whatever it might be. Cardio, you can write down what your cardio plan is that day. Are you doing HIIT cardio? Or are you going to do some steady state cardio, outdoor walk? Like, what is your plan? And there's also a section for weigh-in. Obviously, this is truly optional if you prefer to track your weight. Some people have certain goals, whether they want to gain weight, lose weight, make sure they're maintaining their weight, or if they're starting a new medication, they like to make sure they track their weight to see if it's a side effect of the medication. There's all different ways to use this, the weigh-in option, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. The next over here in the column, we have our top 5. The top 5 are separate from your priorities list that you're going to have marked down in your planner. Your top 5 are what's 5 things that are going to move you forward in your day. So that could be, again, making contact with someone, meeting someone, you're trying to expand your network. It could be that you need to make sure that you read that day, you read 10, 20 pages that day. Whatever those top 5 things are, this is where you would log those at. There's also an additional section here for notes. There's 10 lines for that. Now with this is where you would just put little reminders for yourself, or if there's additional, I guess you could say, information to something that you're doing, you could expand on that here. I like to use the notes section as things that aren't necessarily important or heads up for the next day. So when I'm cooking, let's say some recipes for the cookbook, I can put down what recipes I need to make sure that I'm prepped for the next day of having the certain ingredients, or certain type of flatware I need to have out, or how we're going to do a flat lay photo for it, or whatever it might be. I'll write details to that here. And lastly, here in the bottom right corner, you have your meals. So this is breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. This can be used 2 different ways. You can use it to track what you're eating to make sure that you're staying on task with your goals, your macros, whether you're doing, keto, macro, clean eating, whatever it is. This will fit for anyone. So you can track what you ate. Or you can use it to plan what you're going to eat. So I like to use it to plan what we're going to eat, so that when I make my grocery list for the week, I've already got everything planned out for the dinners that I'm gonna have that week, so I know exactly what to buy. So this is how I use these sheets. Again, you can use them however you like, especially for the fitness and the meal section there. But by planning your day out, and these are an hour breakdowns, it really helps you get a visual understanding of your day so you know what's happening. I saw a quote the other day that said, mental note, an actual note works better, which is so true, because we have our digital lives, obviously, and digital planners are so popular because our phones are always with us. However, I like to physically see every single thing to see where I have time spaced. I've never liked to look at a digital calendar and see 2 things in there. I like to see all the other available time that day. I don't know what it is, just something in my brain that makes me feel like, okay, well, I've got a 3-hour block. I can get this much more done. So that's why I've always had like a passion for paper planners, because I always feel like I'm just a visual person. I get more done that day. And it's just sleek. It's very sophisticated. It's such a well-built planner. I've had my other one for almost a year now, and it looks good as new. So I loved, and I throw it in and out of my my tote every day going to work. It's falling down my stairs. Durable is like the biggest understatement to these planners, but that's how I plan. So if you guys have any questions about tips or tricks, or if you need techniques or help with anything, please just drop a comment below and I will get back to you. And then make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up on this, and we'll make sure we crank more videos out for you guys. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have shared with, shown and shared, and spreading the word with your friends. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good rest of the day.